What if I told you that gold is returning to being treated as money? For real. While the dollar suffers from inflation, debt, geopolitical instability, central banks are quietly stockpiling gold as a world reserve. But what's going on? Is gold becoming the new world reserve currency? Come with me today and I'll tell you all about it. I'm Chad with Zero Markets, and in this video, you're going to understand why countries like China, Russia, and even emerging nations in Asia and Africa are buying gold at an accelerated pace, and what that has to do with your wallet and your future as an investor. We're going to dive into historical facts, current movements, and most importantly, what's going on behind the scenes of the global financial system. But don't worry, there won't be any confusing technical talk. The idea here is to clearly show you what's at stake and why gold may be making a full comeback. Before the dollar, before the euro, before any modern central bank, gold was already money. For centuries, it was the world's most trusted asset. It's durable, scarce, it's globally recognized. So speaking in an analogy, gold was the Bitcoin of kings, an asset that everyone wanted, everyone respected, and no one could print. Years ago, gold was used as a world reserve. In 1971, the US broke from the gold standard. The dollar became the global reserve currency. But since then, the US has lived on debt. Today, American debt exceeds $34 trillion. And what keeps the dollar strong? Trust. But that trust is starting to waver. A practical example of this is when a country prints more than it produces, its currency loses value. But the US has the exorbitant privilege of printing the world's most used currency. This bothers many people. Now for the most interesting part. In recent years, central banks of the various countries have started buying gold at a rate never seen before. China alone has added more than 2,000 tons to its reserves since 2010. Russia, likewise. India, Turkey, Kazakhstan, all reinforcing their golden vaults. But why? Because gold cannot be frozen by sanctions. It doesn't depend on the dollar, and it's accepted anywhere on the planet. Are you starting to understand why gold is a world reserve? It's as if countries are preparing a plan B in case the dollar is no longer as trustworthy as it once was. And what does all of this have to do with you, an investor? A lot. If gold is returning to the center of international reserves, it can represent a real hedge against crisis, inflation, and currency instabilities. But hold on. This doesn't mean you need to run out and buy gold bars tomorrow. It means you need to understand the role it can play in your strategy. The modern investor needs to look at the global landscape as a chess game, and those who understand the moves ahead of time play better. If the world's biggest players are accumulating gold as a world reserve, isn't it time for you to rethink how you protect your assets? Now, we're not talking about a fleeting trend here. We're talking about historical cycles that are making a strong comeback. The world is changing, and perhaps gold is the silent answer that the big players have already understood and that you are still ignoring. If this content helped you see gold in a different way, subscribe to the Zero Markets channel right here. We publish videos like this every single week with clear, up-to-date explanations that truly make a difference in how you invest. Follow us on Instagram at Zero Markets, turn on notifications to always get our updates, and comment below. Do you believe gold can return to be the currency of the future? Or has its time passed? Let's talk in the comments.